What's up, everybody? Just getting things set up here. So do give me a hot minute or two or three or four as I am getting things set up for a little after party hangout sesh here on a Thursday. I do appreciate everybody for coming in and hanging out on the show, man. That was a lot of fun. I do like doing these blind tastings. And, you know, for the most part, they're always just so much fun, man. You learn a lot. You learn a freaking lot. I'm surprised by the results of this, to be honest with you. I really am. I was actually kind of expecting the 25 to come out ahead, but Lost Cause is in the house. Daniel's in the house. French is in the house. What's up, you guys? You were tricked. Who tricked you, man? Who the hell tricked you? You don't strike me as the kind of guy that gets tricked. So I'm just gonna throw that out there, man. What'd you guys think of that? What's up, Pickled Hound? I fucked him up? In what way? Oh, did I? No, I didn't. Winner's green. Second place, yeah, purple. What do you mean? I don't know how did I mess that up? Do let me know, because if I did, I gotta know. I don't drink on Thursdays, Miguel. I'm a little rusty. What do you want from me? Anyways, that was rad, man. I really liked doing that. What's up, Pickled Hound? How you doing? Lost Cause. Top Shelf D. What's cracking? Good to have you in the house. Oh, okay. I was like, shit. Yeah, man. I like doing this blind stuff, man. This is fun. This was a lot of fun. I mean, like, I splurged and got these cool-ass glasses, man, and I've been itching to use them. Obviously, with, like, a bunch of barrel bourbons, you know, you can't, I wouldn't have been able to tell the difference anyways, but still, give me a fucking excuse, right? So yeah, barrel 27. I'll be honest, I go back and forth with bourbon. I get excited about bourbon sometimes, and I kind of go through these like moments of wanting to, buy new stuff. And then I go through like dry spells where I'm just like not interested at all, and I'll just buy scotch. Or rum or something like that, or mezcal rather. But I'll say I've been on a little bourbon kick the last like 2 months. I think the last time I was on one was like, it was like late summer last year. Also, I was just like drinking a bunch of bourbon. Yeah. No, totally. Right. Yeah, totally. I mean, like there's minor difference. Like some of these have 5-year-old in it. Like this one, I mean, there's difference, but I wouldn't have been able to tell anyways. But I figured, fuck it. Like I need to use these I'm going to use these now. I'm going to give them a trial run, man, kick the tires. So, I mean, they are pretty sweet, right? Come on, man. They're solid glass. So, yeah, I don't know. I figured, fuck it. I'm just going to do due diligence, and I think the only time I would have potentially noticed was with that barrel 28, which has no younger whiskey in it at all. It's all like 10-year or older, but again, who knows? Again, if folks didn't see, you can check it out. The batch 27 was the winner. Batch 28 was second place. Third place was batch 25. Fourth place was batch 26. All great bourbons, all interesting bourbons, all probably worth their price. What'd you get? Do share. Do share. Yeah, what's up, man? All right, you know what's up. I gotta finish off these, and then yeah, we'll do a little single malt. As I was saying on the show, and it still stands, if folks want to join on Patreon, I'm going to do the raffle. First place gets the Barrel 27, a sample of the Magic Cask, and this Yamazaki 12. Second place gets the Magic Cask and the Barrel 27. Third place gets the Barrel. So if you're into it, join. On Tuesday, I will announce the winners. I love this barrel bourbon, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm one of these guys that kind of goes back and forth, as I was saying with bourbon, and like I get real bored with it real quick. And I took a splurge on and bought the Barrel Armida, which is like a Tennessee whiskey aged in pear brandy, rum, and Amaro casks. And like that just sounds like an impossible combination to be good, but they made it work. And since then, I've just been picking up barrel bourbons, and I like all of them, man. These are fantastic. I do, the price does bug me a little bit, but for what they're putting together here, god damn. I think they're really hitting their stride. I remember trying a barrel bourbon. This must have been like one of the real early batches, late 2019. I wasn't impressed. And so I kind of like wrote it off. It just, I don't know. It was by the numbers. It was kind of boring. But I think these last batches they've been putting out for like the last year, like they've hit their stride. Like they have really figured out how to put out some just incredible bourbon. I would argue they're the best bourbon blenders out right now. I don't think there's much rival for that. I haven't had the Bardstown stuff yet. I know there's a lot of hype around it. But dude, these guys, man, Beatrice and them, like they're not fucking around. This stuff is stellar. All of it is stellar. I'm impressed. I mean, these are all 4 out of 5 bourbons for sure. I think that batch 27 is in that 4.25 range on my scale. Like even with the fact that it's $75, it's just that good. There's so much subtlety and nuance. The secondary notes, there's so much to explore in these. And I think that's what makes it so unique. I mean, think about the work they put into this. To take Dickel Tennessee whiskey, and then you got some bourbons, and you got some stuff from MGP in Indiana, and like the amount of trial and error, the amount of like testing it takes to find that right spot and to put out something different and unique each time. I mean, these were all very dynamic and different whiskeys, even though they had some of the same stuff. The chocolate note, which if you watch the show, I was picking up on everything. But like, man, they were all 4 of these batches their differences were pronounced. And all good, but like there was just so much difference. I honestly, like where I'm at in my journey and where I'm at in like bourbon especially, like that's compelling to me. Like I like the idea of like knowing that I'm going to get a quality product no matter what, and throwing down $75 for a good bourbon and knowing that it's going to be different than the ones that I've had before. It's one of the reasons I love Lefroy 12 cask strength. The core nucleus, is the same, but there's all sorts of like secondary stuff going on that's going to bring a little bit more to it. And I think Barrel's the best in the fucking game at this right now. Killer. All right. It looks like I actually finished these now. Enough about this plebeian bourbon. Let's get into some malt, right? All right. I'm not cracking the Magic Cask yet. This is for Tuesday. I got 2 of them. Yeah. Tune into the show Tuesday. I'm going to crack the Magic Cask. I don't have high expectations, to be honest. But I also got respect for Compass Box. And Top Shelf Dustin is here, and that's actually encouraged me. He encouraged me to pick up the Compass Box Spice Tree. He didn't like the regular Spice Tree. I really like the Spice Tree. And the Compass Box Spice Tree Extravaganza is completely different than the regular Spice Tree. Well, not completely, but it's very different. but it's fantastic. And so mad, I want to, throw some love Dustin's way for just encouraging me to do that. Cause I was just like, I was like $120. Like, fuck that. I'm glad I did. It's awesome. And I've got a couple good compass boxes here. I got the new Peat Monster Arcana. I got this Felicitas Hedonism. I have the Story of the Spaniard, which I'm going to open up soon. I'm really excited about that one. I know it's core range, but that one really intrigued me. But I need to switch things up a little bit here and have a good dram with y'all. I think, what are we going to do? I don't know. You know what? I got to just kind of transition over. I'm going to do a Glengoyne 12 just to kind of like get things going. I'll do a little drama Glengoyne 12, which is way better than the 10, by the way. You didn't know. Get the 12. Yeah, Scotch. There you are. Anyways, let me catch up on the chat, y'all. What's going on? No, yeah, I've not tried it yet. No, yeah, I'm gonna do it next Tuesday. So basically, it's gonna be a fresh bottle. I'm gonna try it live on the happy hour, and then it'll be part of the sample raffle for folks who join on Patreon. And I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be rad. And y'all, I know you'll be in the running for that for sure, man. What else we got going on? He said I might have missed something. Oh, wait, let me go back. What did Dustin say? Bourbon anymore, King of Kentucky or well-aged MGP. Everything else just seems to lack anything. Really? Elijah Craig Barrel Proof? You not an ECBP fan? I mean, I think Heaven Hill is putting out really good stuff. I think they found their stride with the Larceny, too. I don't love Larceny. I don't love weeded bourbon really at all. I'm more of a high rye guy, but, dude, the Larceny, compared to last year, the Barrel Proof, I don't know. I mean, and Elijah Craig Barrel Proof is just always so good. I don't know. I mean, have you had a lot of those? You probably have, but I'd be interested in what you got to say about that. Yeah, I guess. Zan. Oh, you got it? Yes, dude. Yes. Napoe Castle 14, man. So, yes, I do. And I just came today, bro. So I don't know yet. But based on this, like how amazing that 14 is, I got this one today. This is the Napoe Castle 16. Now, I'm a little skeptical. So this is almost double the price. This is like $85, which definitely I was skeptical about. It is also twin wood. However, it's 43%, not 46. And it says it's a Oloroso sherry finish, not and it's much darker and not it's like a first fill finish, not a full maturation. So I don't know, man. I also have a 12-year-old Barolo cask. I have not opened it yet. It was given to me a long time ago, and I just haven't got to yet. I'll be honest with you. After I bought this, I immediately was like, "There's no like." I could have got another 14, and I was like, "There's just no way this is going to be better than the 14." So we'll see. I'm going to test it out soon. So thanks for bringing that up, Zen. Yeah. This bad boy. I mean, you can see I don't have much of this left, and this is one of those like punch above its weight whiskeys if there ever was one. Do let me know what you end up thinking about that, man. That 14 is fucking killer, man. It's just killer. Awesome, man. Awesome to hear that you grabbed that. Hey, Bounty. Glad you got back. What's up, man? Welcome to the happy hour. Yes. Yes. Daniel, let me know what you think. Emerald Fusion is amazing. Get after it. Really? The Jack Daniels one? That's awesome. I've had a sample of it, but I've never been able to find it in the wild. They're not overpriced, dude. They're not. They're probably underpriced. If you think, I mean, just by point of comparison, like some of those, that's a lot of work, man, and a lot of different whiskeys they're putting in there. I mean, Bounty, I'm more of a single malt guy, and we've had good conversations about this. It's tough for me to spend. The most expensive bourbon I've ever bought retail is Jefferson's Ocean Cask Strength at $85, and that was worth it. Well, it wasn't worth it, but it's still really damn good. The regular Jefferson's Ocean, not so much. It's fine, but it's not worth the price. The price kills it. But the Jefferson's Ocean Cask Strength is fantastic. These barrels, they're right there in that $80 range. I think there's few whiskeys that are bourbons I'd go that high on. Maybe barrel proof Elijah Craig on a exceptional batch, even though most of them are exceptional. Maybe a good Stag Junior. I just don't splurge on bourbons that much. Well, actually, you know what? I'm lying. There was one other. It was the Orphan Barrel Rhetoric 24, and to be honest, I think I paid like $105 for that, and I sold it. I sold that bottle. It was just over oaked. They just watered it down because it was so damn oaky. Shit, I didn't like it at all. I was really disappointed. I also don't like the older Elijah Craigs. I know. I mean, there are exceptions to the rule, but most of the bourbon sweet spot is that 9 to 13 year, and that's I don't know if that's controversial or not, but that seems to be what it is for me. You get over that, it's just the climate. It's just too oaky. I don't want a 23-year-old Elijah Craig. The Barrel Proof 12 is way better than any any version of the Barrel Proof 12 is probably better than Elijah Craig 23. How much subtlety are you going to get out of it when it's that oaky? The whole point of older whiskey is that there's you get more refinement and subtlety. You're not going to get that out. And Elijah Craig Barrel Proof or Elijah Craig 23 is just like a fucking oak bomb. All right, whatever. I might be wrong about that. Maybe people disagree with me on that. I've heard that. Yeah, I'd love to try it. Bardstown Discovery and Old Carter are the two best blenders. I'm not sure anyone is good enough to be number 3. Oh, so you would actually argue that argue that they're better than Barrel. Interesting. So the Bardstown is good. I did just get one. This is it's not the Discovery. This is Bardstown Fusion. This is from the Fusion series number 4. I'm eager to try it out. I like that unlike Barrel, they give you the mash bill, but that might be fun to do head to head. I don't know, man, though. I think it's really hard to press on Barrel. I mean, these last Barrel bourbons are just fucking killer. Much more worth it than I think. Well, I mean, things in that price range. Geez. I don't know. But that's good to know. Oh, nice. Yeah. Okay. Has anybody had the Barrel Rum? I heard about that. Quig just did a review of that. Yeah. Sorry, I'm a bit behind in the chat, y'all. Yeah, that's the one I found too. I actually like the regular Lot 40. You can't find Dick for Lot 40 in the States. I mean, we don't get those cask strengths at all, which is a real bummer. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Dude, that Armida, I was like, there's no way the Armida is going to be good. And I really like it. It's a great change of pace whiskey. I don't know, man. I'm bullish on Barrel right now. I think these bourbon releases they're putting out are just killer. I can't speak to what it was like a year ago, but what else is going on? Folks chatting. If you like Glencadam into Pogue 14-year thingy you have had the other day, you'll be pretty pleased with that Magic Cask. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, that's good to know. Of course, I just impulsively bought it because it looked, I mean, it's a new Compass box, and it was, I don't know. I don't know what to expect. But yeah, thanks for the heads up on that. That's interesting. If it's going to be anything like those two, I'll be pleasantly surprised. Good to know. Good to know. The Pete Mounter Arcana is better than this. Yes, for sure. For sure. Say what now? I'm not sure. I've been eyeing a bottle of the Spicery Extravaganza for a while. Total 120. 120 is good. No, you're not going to find it much cheaper. If you can find them without egg. I agree. Yeah, that's totally true. I would go upwards of 80. Like, I would go 80 for an ECBP if it's like the B520. Again, I haven't had a bad one in, I don't think I've had a bad one in 3 years. I think they're almost worth 80, but you can find them cheaper, and they're worth hunting for cheaper. That would be my argument on that. Don't pay that much for the larceny. Yeah. That's interesting. I feel, I don't know, man. It's probably not like worth hunting for or seeking out in some like paying over the top just to get it. It's good, but I think it's probably, I mean, it's better than the regular. It's better than the regular Pete Monster release. It's better than what was that one, that 10th anniversary one that they did? I think it's probably better than that one. Because it has virgin oak. So it gives it a little bit more pop, but I don't know if it's not like a world beater. All right, let me just find out. I'm trying to get it. Yo, Jason Coates, I know that feeling, man. You ever I had this like short list of whiskeys where like every time I would go to a shop, it was like I'd see them and I'd put them in, and then I would find other things I want, and then I'd always put them back. The Balvenie 15 single barrel is one of those for me. The Compass Box Story of the Spaniard was one of those for me. There's a bunch of those where it was like those. Oh, I want these, but I always find something I'm more interested in. I don't want to spend the money. And so I finally just like convinced myself to go to the store and just like find the things that have been on this list for a fucking year and a half, buy them. And I did. And so, yeah, I got the Spaniard and, the Balvenie and, whatever. Aberlour Abuna was one of those too. I feel you. Too oaky blasphemy. I mean, all right. I would argue that I bet you there are some 13 to 15-year-old bourbons that if you taste them blind compared to one of those oaky ass things, you'd find more interesting satisfaction and complexity on that. Yes, I have. I've had that and the 18. Yeah, I mean, they're better. Okay, they're better than the Orphan Barrel stuff. I'll give you that. The Pappy, I've had the Pappy 23. I don't think the Pappy 23 is any better than the 15, really. In fact, I would argue that it's like comparable. I mean, there's just only so far. I feel like there's only so far you go before it's diminishing returns with bourbons on the age scale, and I think that age scale is more constrained based on climate. I would love to try a over 18-year-old bourbon that actually like could compete with a ECBP or a I mean, what is the Stag? The Stags are all like in that range. I mean, you got the Eagle Rare 17, which is like borderline. Like, I haven't had it. Obviously, it's like way too expensive, but I just generally think I mean, it's just laws of nature shit. Like, eventually you got two options. Either you water it down or you lower the age. I mean, you're just going to get too much oak influence. I thought the ECBP 23 was forgettable. Again, that was just my experience. You know, there may be people who disagree. That's fine. I just don't. I don't see why I would pay $400 more for a more tannic, drying oaky whiskey than a bottle of Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, which is like, in my opinion, seems to hit just about the sweet spot. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there are exceptions to the rule, but I've not experienced any older bourbons, you know, going over that like 15, 18 year, you know, into the 20s that I thought were like must buys. That's just where I'm at. Oh yeah, no, I don't hate on the Arcana at all. No, yeah, don't get me wrong. I like the Arcana. I just don't. I don't know if it's like it's not like a must buy whiskey. You know, like I wouldn't say that like this is like the best peated whiskey ever or something like that. I mean, it's good. I think it's like I was saying, it's a step up from the regular peat monster, which I don't know what I think about. I still don't know what I think about the regular peat monster, other than I haven't bought another one. It's not that it's bad. It's just like, why would I buy that? The Arcane is more interesting for sure. I'm not sure. Are you talking about the ECBP? Or are you talking about the Elijah Craig 23? Yeah, that wasn't my experience with it. You're not overspending, man. I'm telling you, you're not. Get the 27, batch 27. It's worth it. Yeah, for sure. At Momuser, if I could find them where the ad cost was just cash, I'd be in. It's never cash. It's loyalty points, lottery BS or whatever else. I'm sorry, I might have missed what that was in reference to. My bad. Yep, buy it. That's a buy for sure. Yep, buy for sure. Agreed. Yeah, I've not had phenomenology, Peter. That's a good point. That's one of those that's been kind of elusive. I just don't see it around this area. I'd love to try it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. I know. I mean, they've been pumping out so much stuff. I like literally took like a year break where I just didn't think about Compass Box, and suddenly there's just all these releases. I know that I think it was Top Shelf Dustin tipped me off about the Magic Cask, and then there was somebody else who said something about this. The Hedonism Felicitas. Like I just haven't been able to keep up with them, man. Yeah, I mean that's true. 100% agree. I mean, I don't know if you were tuning into the barrel tasting I did. That's exactly the case. Yeah, it always brings out more oak. Yeah, I'm with you on that. Well, I mean, that's what I mean. There's the rule exists for a reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I totally agree with what you said there. Yeah, look, I mean, at some point in time, unless you're just like really into heavily oaked whiskey, that's going to be dry and tannic, and like, yeah, there can be good subtlety and complexity, but like, you have to want that profile, and like, if you're willing to pay that much for that profile, you know, that to each his own. But I just. For me, I find that like a lot of the fruit notes take a back seat in that. And again, I've not had probably enough of them to make a 100% accurate thing or whatever. I don't know, man. Every time I've had my brother is a huge bourbon fan. I go back to his house on Christmas all the time. He's got all these old ass bourbons, you know, 22 years. Like, it's just the ones that I've liked have either been NAS or like sub 15. Blanton straight from the barrel. I think the George C. Staggs, which they're not 20-some-year-olds. I might be wrong about that. The Pappy 15, I thought was like by probably the most interesting. I just think that the oak inevitably will mask over like some of the other stuff because of the aging. And if you're into it and you like it, then like, that's great. For me, and I don't know, man, I really think that most of the ones that I've had that are in that kind of sweet spot range of, 10, 9 years, 14, 13 years, like those are the ones that seem to bring out the most of what's interesting about bourbon to me. And it's subjective. And I'm glad that my palate's that way in a sense, because I'm not hunting down really old bourbons and can spend it on scotch. But, I'm not hating on it. I think that's just where my palate is. Gourmet Nationalist, what's up? Yeah, man. Great to see you, buddy. How are you? How you been? I think this is the first time we've ran into each other yet in this new year, man. Happy 2021. Hope everything's good with you, man. Always good to see you. Thanks for stopping through. Yeah. All right, what else is going on? Yeah, the folks are talking about phenomenology. I got to get my hands on that. Dawson said at Malt Muser, not sure how you got an EC23, but if it was a Burper, odds are that this still be. No, my brother had it. He has a bottle of it. Yeah, he had a bottle of it. I mean, it was better than the 18. I'll say that, but I just, I don't know. I mean, it was better than the Orphan Barrel. I'll tell you that much. Yeah, it just didn't quite do it for me. Well, again, scale. Agreed. Yeah, what's the lowdown on the no name 2? I didn't have the no name 1, but I see the no name 2 a lot. I'd love to hear about that. I don't know if anybody's had that or had the opportunity to try that one. I think it's been out for a little while now, right? I got to get another pour. So we did the Glengoyne. We're in the Scotch territory now. By the way, I'm going to be doing the Kilkerran 16 and the Kilkerran 12 comparison pretty soon. My general 2 cents on it is like the Kilkerran 16 is maybe like a half step better, but not worth it for the price. But we'll see. Let's see what we got here. What's it going to be? God damn. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do a Ben Romick. What do we got back here? There we go. Kick-ass whiskey, Ben Romick 15. This is a fucking stunner, man. I still got a lot left, which is great. But yeah, I don't know much about the I don't know. I can't speak on the Compass Box 2. I've not had the Compass Box 1. I mean, I think that Compass Box No Name 2 is like, I mean, that's not a cheap whiskey. So I'm not sure. Oh, okay. So you're okay. You did just do a video on that uncut Smoke Wagon. I know, man. I've been following the whole like Smoke Wagon thing. Ben Romick 15 is fucking great. I haven't had I've had the regular Smoke Wagon. I just haven't had that uncut, which is, I know, like the one that folks have been hunting. And you just did a video on it. So if folks are interested in that, dude, go hit up Bourbon Bounty. Dustin says, no name 1 is a buy, no name 2 is a pass. Okay. Peat Monster changed last year. No, I haven't. It's better? Oh, okay. No, I haven't had it. Zan says, like finished bourbon releases and also craft distillers like Corsair. You're not afraid to take risk. Yeah. I'll be honest, I'm ignorant on Corsair. I've not had I think I've only had one of them. It was one of the like oat. It was like some type of oat thing. But I see all the stuff they put out, and good to hear that they get some endorsement because I've just never really known. I mean, I like their Reservoir Dogs labeling and all of that. Dustin says that mummies are also FYI, the rhetoric you had and the EC2, all those were Heaven Hill, who is a brand that tends to be overlooked as well. Just FYI. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, no, that's good to know. Yeah, I mean that could be very well the case. I'm very open to trying other ones. I don't know. I've just yet to find an exception to the rule, I guess, or whatever. Yeah, I will for sure, buddy. Hey, Bourbon Bounty just got a sub from Peter White. Cheers. Yeah, Bourbon Bounty's great. We've done a couple shows. We did one. What was that? A couple weeks ago, bro. Or he had 3 bourbons that he was trying to convince me to pick up, and then I think I did what were the 3 that I chose, if I'm not mistaken? Amroot Fusion. I chose, I think, one of these Ben Romics. I don't remember now. I have to go back and look. That was a lot of fun. So Compass Box Phenomenology. I don't know what to make of that one. I guess that's one that I'm going to have to seek out at some point, because I don't know anything about it. Just one sec, y'all. I'm going to have to take just a minute away so you guys can, cause whatever trouble you want. I'll be right back. I got to make just a quick call. Oh, sorry about that, y'all. I can't do it like Quig, where like you get to watch him like saunter off to the back of the Quig den and all of that. Anyways, yeah, I'm on to some Ben Romick 15. Ben Romick is great. Buy any Ben Romick you see. This 15 especially. Talk about punch above your weight. Fucking great whiskey. Let me know in the chat, though. I mean, speaking of like whiskeys that maybe you've, I don't know, been introduced to this year, or whiskeys that, or distilleries that have like caught your attention this year. I mean, I know we're only 3.5 months in, but what's been peaking on your radars? I mean, for me this year so far, it's been Ben Romick on the Scotch side. It's also been the barrel stuff, and what else? Yeah, Ben Romick, barrel, the Fukano Japanese stuff has been a lot of really interesting, and Deanston. Those have probably been the ones that have got me really interested this year. But let me know in the chat. I mean, has there been anything that y'all have been like, distilleries? Are you the type of people that kind of like get into a distillery and you're going to try a bunch of different stuff of theirs, or just a couple bottles you've had that have been like kind of wows? let me know. And I'm going to catch up in the chat now. Yes, we got a sub for Bourbon Bounty. Cheers, Peter. Yeah, Bourbon Bounty's doing some good stuff. At Malmuser, Fusion tastes like Scotch whiskey. Yeah. Fusion's awesome. Gorman says, this year's been a bit crazy. Not nearly as crazy as the last one. Yeah, for real. Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that, buddy. For real, man. Hopefully this is, I mean, it can't be any crazier than last year, right? Let's hope. Best to you and yours, man. What else is going on here? Benromic 10. Oh, I don't know. The 10 is kind of hitting this. I'll be honest with you. If I was going to recommend any of these Benromics, the 15 and there's another one. It's like the 2000. The 10 Imperial, which is like almost like a cast strength, or it's like 100 proof. Keep an eye out for those. The regular 10 isn't bad, but yeah, I mean, it's not something that I'd go running out to the store to buy. The 15 is great. The Imperial's great. There's also, they do some cast strengths that are like vintages. What is it? It's like it's like this is like a 2007 version, but they have like, I think a 2008 and 2009. Those are all really interesting. They got a little bit of that smoke. They do the whole Dunnage warehouse thing. So it's got some, a little bit of that earthy funk to it, which I mean, I personally really enjoy. I don't know if you see those around your way, Jason, but loser of the year is Springbank. Have you had the new Springbank cast strength batch 21 with the 25% Burgundy? Is that I don't know if that came out this year or it was late last year. I don't know if you're alluding to that. Two Wheels Down. Send me a link on Facebook. Oh, yeah, sure. Let's do it. Join for a beer. Cool. Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, I agree. It's a little much. Did he? I haven't seen that one yet. I have not had the Benriach. I saw that they have those new smoky whatevers. All right, let me just get this set up. We'll bring in our comrade Swami here for just a minute. Why not? You'll have to pour a rum. We were talking about doing a rum show. All right. Just a sec there, motorcycle boy. Wild one. Damn. Jason Coates don't play. I currently had 5 or 6 bourbons on my shelf with the plastic corks. I'm busting them next week. Oh, cool. Well, I'll be checking it out. Had the new 12-year 2. The Madeira 17, man. Yeah, I agree. Kilkerran 16, Yeah, Hazelburn 13 was good. Well, the 14 is the newer one, which I actually heard mixed reviews. I really like the 13. I'm with you on the Kilkerran 16. I like, it's good, but it's not double the price over the 12 good. It doesn't quite get you what you wanted. So I'm with you on that totally. I haven't opened the Madeira yet. The new 12 CS I'm really excited for because it was because it's got the weird burgundy thing going on. So I'm interested in that one. Oh no, I believe you. I believe you. I'm totally with you. 13 is the new one. Oh, they have a new 13? Is it not full Oloroso? I did a review like 2 years ago of the 13. It was full Oloroso. I actually have another bottle of it. It was quite good. Oh, Dustin just actually responded. No, the new Hazelburn 13 that came out, technically 2020, but showed up here in 2021. Fuck, I don't know anything about that one. Interesting. Oh, interesting. Okay. Good to know. Bummer to hear about the Madeira. Which is why, sometimes you don't chase the new bottles. You just go find the ones you know are going to be good. Like this one, for example. Ben Romick 15. Fucking killer whiskey. This is... I don't know, man. This is going to be one of those top 5 whiskeys, I think, for me this year. It's that good. I've yet to open this 21 in their new, very Russian-looking Soviet labeling. I'm going to do this one eventually. But, first things first. Oh, okay. Okay. That makes sense. I've not had... The one that I had was from 2018. I'm going to have to get a rum ready here because, in fact, I'm going to get the one that our friend Swami actually recommended to me. So what I got here, not to totally flip the script, this is a plantation release. It is a single cask, Fiji Islands. It is 11 years old. This is a rum that is finished in Kilkerran peated whiskey casks. I don't know if it's going to stand up to some of the Foursquare stuff, but fuck it, we'll give it a try. It's Scotch-ish. Why the fuck not? So yeah, we're going to bring in my comrade Swami here in just a couple minutes and just hang out for a few. Redbreast 13. Oh, I think you meant the 12. Yeah, dude. 12 cast strength is fucking killer. Anyways, maybe this is a good topic to chat about. Do you have spirits that are your whiskey alternatives? When you're not feeling whiskey anymore, or you're having palate fatigue and you want to switch it up, what are the things you go to? Me personally, it is rum and mezcal. I have a decent mezcal collection and I've got a decent rum collection. And so these have both been things that I've been slowly picking up over the years and learning more about as ways to kind of just, have something a little different here and there. What do we got? I was going to say MF Doom or something like that. Yeah. Swami's mere existence is one to cause outrage. So, by all means, opinions welcome. He's the Lafroig of former whiskey chat. He is now, by the way, if you guys are into motorcycles or that type of stuff, Swami's new channel is called what is it? 2 Wheels Down. Yes, you do. Yeah. Oh, if you like those two, dude, the 15 is just absolutely killer. You would love it. I'll plan to get you that a sample of that. Holy shit, this is weird. Exactly what I want. A lot of funk. Peter White's got the single cast sherry wood. Not bad. Okay. Grappa in the house. Rum and Grappa. Grappa and Armagnac and rum. Great. Yeah. Yeah, I have 6 different Foursquares. I got a couple Agricoles. I got a Hampton, a Mazan, and this one. And Swami was really the one that was actually telling me about the single cask plantation. I had the like XO 20 plantation, and it just wasn't all that interesting. This one, however, single cask, and this is around 50, 60 bucks, 49.6%. Again, it was aged in plantation doesn't actually make their own rum. They just bottle it. So they're kind of like the barrel in a way. This one they had aging in Fiji, then it goes to France, which is where their parent company is, and then they threw it in some Kilchoman casks. And there's definitely some, definitely some interesting notes on this. So I'm going to get this in the glass. Yes, Jason Coates, you are 100% right, man. If you like funky Hojo, that whip, man, goddamn. That Hamden, I have the regular Hamden. It's just that, like, you know, the 8-year. Holy cow. Hamden is the Springbank of rum. Right. Yep. There he is. All right. Let's bring this gypsy in. Swami Suave. Beaming the signal from Montreal, Quebec, Canada. What is cracking, brother? I don't think he even hears me. Swami.
Give me a sec. I'm gonna come right back in. I'm gonna come back in. Give me a second.
That's what she said. All right.
Just give me a sec.
Oh, yeah. He knows how to make an entrance, doesn't he? Anyways, so this is a rum. And again, especially for bourbon heads, if you're looking for an alternative, I feel like rums, especially like the Foursquare exclusive cask series stuff, it's a great bridge. This is so weird. I don't even know what to say about this one. Is there smoke? Yes. Is it like earthy mezcal citrusy smoke? Yeah, kind of. Despite being a rum, or a rum, not being an agricole. Which agricole, by the way, yeah, I don't know. I mean, so basically, most rum is from molasses. Agricoles are from pressed sugarcane. This, yeah, I don't know. But again, let's see. I can't say there's anything bad about it. Oh, this is molasses. So, yeah, let me know. Jason Coates has got some interesting alternatives. Anybody else? You got something that you like to sip on when you're, not wanting to sip whiskey or burned out on whiskey or whatever? God, this is funky. And delicious. Swami's having some tech issues. Hang on just one second. I'm going to bring this guy in. Anyways, let me just. I just did send it. Give me a second, man. He's challenged. Let me just get this guy this. Let's see what happens here. So this is interesting. So yeah, they do it like 6 months in Kilchoman casks, which is honestly kind of cool, right? I mean, how many rums do you have that are aged in a peated barrel? You do get a bit of it. Kilchoman I think is kind of more of a like citrus, sweet, and honeyed kind of peat. It's not like that deep. What do you call it? Like the medicinal stuff or the earthy stuff you get at Ardbeg Lefroy. But it's definitely an interesting accent on a rum. So yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with Swami right now. Man, that is good. Holy shit. It lacks in the finish, but everything else is really good. Keep your eyes peeled, y'all, for plantation, but single casks. I mean, and these are not that expensive. I mean, if you're somebody who likes to spend a little bit on scotch, I mean, or bourbon, this is a, $50, $60 bottle. There's a bunch that are cheaper than this because they're not in the Kilhoman casks. Man, this is legit. Really interesting. I'm not sure what's going on with our friend Swami right now. But still interested to hear, what are your non-whiskey backup spirits, if you have any? YouTube has been cracking down to keep things PC. Maybe StreamYard added a Swami filter. Well, if they're trying to keep things PC, then yeah. Vanna Club Smoky finished in Ardbeg casks. Really? Whoa. Daughter brought it back from Cuba. Damn. Okay, that's got to be interesting. Really? All right. A lot of folks talking back and forth on that. That's cool. Benriac peated cast strength. Shit. Well, I'm not sure what is going on with our good friend up in Quebec, the land of socialism or quasi-socialism. He seems to be technologically challenged, which is not something I'd expect, but maybe it has something to do with something with YouTube. I don't know. But you all saw him before, right? Like, he was in there for a second and then he just disappeared. Appreciate the patience, everybody. We'll give him a few minutes. Yes, I did. I did do the Amroot rum. So for folks who might not know, Amroot does a rum. It's called Old Port. It's like 20 some bucks. It's not very good. I don't know if you've had it, Maher. It does have a little uniqueness, but it is just like overly sweet, and I honestly would say that it's like not worth picking up. But I had to buy it because I was like, fuck, I didn't know Amroot did a rum. Fun fact, they do. Amroot does a rum, and they use Indian cane sugar, all that kind of thing. I had no idea. All right, I'm not sure if it is a school night, so I gotta figure out what this guy's doing. But by the way, in the meantime, we got a bunch of people in here who have great whiskey channels. And so if you're not familiar, Greg the Whiskey Guide, Top Shelf Dustin, it's called Top, it's not Mike's Whiskeys anymore, it's Top Shelf Whiskeys, right? Folks should check those out. They got good stuff. Yes, Fusion. Amroot Fusion is probably the best gateway. From there, it's sky's the limit. They have a ton of different stuff. I would skip over the peated cast strength. I would skip over the for first Amroots. Skip over the regular 10. Or the regular release. Skip over the cast strength. Go straight for the Fusion, because it's a great bridge between Scotch, if you're a Scotch guy, Jimmy, and the kind of interesting things you get out of the Indian whiskeys. So I would do that. Yeah, I would go straight for the Fusion. I think the Fusion is a fantastic. It's a mix of Indian and Scottish barley, and so you're really going to get that nice bridge. You would, if you drank it blind, you'd think it was a Scotch. And then from there, you can go forward. But I would also, I was about to say, I would also ask Maher, who is joining us all the way from Delhi, India, who may have some other ideas on Amroots. Yes, top shelf whiskey. Yeah. Check it out. Dustin and Mike from formerly Mike's Whiskey Reviews are doing that. Okay, Swami is saying 4 minutes. One sec. Anyways. Yeah. Fusion. Do it. You'll love it. It's not going to blow your socks off. It's not going to like wow you, but what it is like a nice kind of bridge. I really enjoyed it. And it's probably one of the Indian whiskeys I'd recommend to basically anybody. And it's a good price. I mean, it's probably like what, $65, $60. I mean, if you're going to pay for an imported whiskey in the United States, that's a good price. All right. What else is happening? Maher, Peter White, and Daniel are talking about Indian whiskey. What's up? And with single cast Portanova. Okay. Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah, start with the Fusion, man. It's a great starter. Silverlock, how you doing? What's up in Chicagoland? One of my favorite places in the world. Great to see you, buddy. All right, the Swam is back. We're going to go for another 25 minutes, so I'm going to bring him in. Swami.
Hey,
do you hear me?
I hear you. Everything's fine now. I don't know what the fuck was going on. Everything was like buggy. It's crazy.
Your beard's looking great, man.
Thank you.
Just wanted to, we'll kick things off on a positive note before I just savagely destroy you.
Right.
What are you drinking on tonight?
Just some beer.
Yeah, I mean, what's the beer? Is that a Canadian beer?
Nope. It's polar bear beer. Yeah, it's Canadian beer.
Oh, cool. How you been, man? What's up?
I'm good. I'm great.
I was just talking about you because I think I have to give you some credit because you when I started getting into rum last year, you had mentioned a couple different things to look for.
Yeah, you bought your first bottling of a plantation rum this week to kill home.
I did because if folks didn't see it, I did a live stream with on Whiskey in the Sixes channel with him and Sipper Social Club where we talked about some Foursquare, which was a lot of fun. And Swami reminded me again about how Plantation does a single cask. And so I hunted a little bit for it. And Swami, what I got here is a single cask. It's about 11 years old. Mm-hmm. It is Fiji Islands, 2009, almost 50% ABV. Has a Kilhoman peated cask finish.
They do a lot of Kilhoman. They have a 21-year-old that is fucking out of this world.
Really?
Yeah, it's insane.
Is it mostly? I mean, but that's not. Is it mostly matured in the tropics before they?
Well, this is the thing. They're a bottler. They're not a distiller, so they don't.
No, I know, but like with this, like they get the spirit from sitting in Fiji for 9 or 8.5 years. I'm wondering if like in the 21, like a 21-year-old.
They go back to, what they do is they take the
they go back to.
They're buying it already pre-made. They bring it to France, and when they bring it to France, they mature it some more in Pierre Fernand cask as well as usually another cask.
Yeah. This is fantastic. I'll be honest with you. Have you had any of these Kilhoman finished ones?
Yeah, I had the 21-year-old. That's why I was telling you. I thought you
had that. Okay.
They
remind me kind of an agricole in like the way that the palate is. It's like it's not that heavy molasses note. You get much more of that.
Is that what a peated Kilhoman though, or is that a non-peated Kilhoman?
It's peated, and that's probably why you're getting that kind of herbaceous, again, you know what I'm talking about. Like I know you've had agricole rums and like, the way that they're kind of like deceptively sweeter and more herbal, like almost bordering on mezcal.
Yeah,
like, that's what I'm getting.
Well, most of them use cane sugar juice instead of molasses, so it's a little different.
Right, exactly. The pressed cane. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is fantastic, man. But yeah, I mean, what since you're here, we were just chatting a little bit about like, for folks who got, we're all whiskey heads, but sometimes you just want to like branch out, try some other stuff. My other things have been mezcal and most recently rum.
I like Armagnacs quite a bit, and I like cognac occasionally, but I don't really drink anymore. So
right, I'm saying
I still drink, but I don't.
Your days.
I don't. My heavy days of like hard liquor are pretty much done. I'm not drinking hard liquor as much anymore. I'll still have the occasional sip. Like next week, if you do a Friday night rum night, I'll have a couple rums with you. But honestly, my hard liquor days are done. It's nothing against it, and I'm not going to tell people not to drink it. I'm going to say for my health, I have to stop it because I want to continue living. So I'm not going to be drinking hard liquor as much. So that's all it is. And since I stopped drinking hard liquor, my weight has come back. And since I quit smoking and vaping, I felt better. And my health is on the mend. And I've regained about 15 of the 30 pounds I lost last year, and I like it that way. So
good, man. And that's good. I mean, you had ran into like something very acute, though, right? Like there was like you had some type of thing that came up. I don't recall what it was specifically. It
was a bacteria. I don't want to get too in detail. People know.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, there was a bacteria that attacked my stomach and messed my shit up. So
yeah,
it's gone. I've killed it, and I'm retaking over life again.
Good. And so you got a new channel right now. If you want to tell folks a little bit about like what you're up to now that you're no longer malted in Montreal, you are
2 wheels down.
2 wheels down.
Two wheels down. We do motorcycle reviews. It's fantastic. You should subscribe. It's wonderful. I have my wife on, not Melania, Sandy. Sandy's great. She comes on everything.
She's really good. She's real good. You know what I'm saying?
Good. She's really good. She's wonderful. Everything's good. Everything's wonderful. I invented the vaccine.
How's the vaccine situation going up in Canada? I know we got Peter White in the house, in the house, but how are things going up there? Have you got it yet?
No, we're going to be in line, I think, probably in 3 weeks. Right now, it's people 65 and over. Sure. I think they're saying about 3 weeks from now, it's going to be people 50 to 40. So then me and my wife are going to go get the shit done. But I don't want to get I don't want to be one of them anti-vaxxer people, but I don't want the AstraZeneca shit. I don't know why. I just don't trust it.
You have I don't in terms of like which shots you're able to get.
I want either the Moderna or the Pfizer. I want one of those.
Yeah, that was what was given to me. I'm getting mine in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And I finally I was able to sign up for it and all that bullshit. And we got to go down to the convention center here in Philly and sign up for it and all that jazz. They were like, "Do you want Pfizer, Moderna, or this other one?" And I'm like, I don't know. They give you like this PDF form. Like, who's gonna read that? It's like an iTunes. It's like an iTunes contract. Like, who's reading the iTunes contract? Nobody.
Oh, like you can't sue if you die or whatever.
Yeah, right. It's got all these clauses in it that are like, oh yeah, by the way, if you keel over unexpectedly because you took this vaccine, we are not liable, and the government isn't liable either. So that's what's going on here too, man. And I mean, I'm happy to get it. Like, I've been living pretty fucking tight-lipped about this shit. I'm not trying to run around and catch COVID, but I did get on an airplane a couple times, and it was great because there was nobody on them, and was able to go cross country. And
last summer, one second, speaking is in motovlogging. Last summer was amazing because there was never anybody on the fucking roads, and I used to ride like open highways, feeling like fucking there were like literally 2 cars in an hour I'd see. It was fucking just beautiful. because nobody else was fucking riding. Everyone was like scared shitless and staying indoors. And I'm like, fuck, I'm gonna take advantage of this. And I was doing like, they said something like people last year were riding so dangerously, and it's true. I was doing like 145, 150 kilometers an hour all the time. Like,
I'm not a motorcycle guy, so I'm like a little ignorant at. But what kind of bike do you ride? Like a Triumph?
No, I have a Kawasaki.
Old Norton, the 50s, like Che Guevara.
No, I have a Kawasaki Vulcan Classic. Before that, I had a Suzuki Boulevard, and before the Suzuki Boulevard, I had a Honda Shadow, and before the Honda Shadow, I had a CBR. So,
all right,
a lot of bikes. I'm gonna probably switch again in 2 years. I don't ever keep bikes for longer than 3 to 4 years, and I usually want something different. So.
Sure. I mean, I'm from Milwaukee originally, and you probably knowing about.
I'm going to go on this if the borders open up this summer. I'm going to be riding to Milwaukee.
Yeah, because you know Milwaukee is famous for is fucking Harley Davidson.
Yeah, well, I want to go to the Harley Davidson museum, and I want to go to the Pabst mansion. I want to go to all the breweries and everything.
Oh yeah. Avoid Sprecher, but yeah, no, that's cool.
Avoid what?
Sprecher.
What's Sprecher?
Sprecher is a German brewery in Milwaukee. You can avoid it.
Why?
Their beer sucks.
Maybe I'll like it though.
Nah, I mean, if you're into sewer water, you know what? Go to Sprecher.
I'm gonna go to Pabst. Pabst is disgusting beer, but I still want to.
Pabst is owned by Miller. So, like, the thing you got to remember about Milwaukee is, 25 years ago, Pabst, the big brewery, the macro breweries of the United States were all in Milwaukee. Pabst, Schlitz, Blatz, and Miller. Now, the only one that's left of the macro breweries is Miller. And Miller owns Pabst, Miller owns Blatz, Miller owns Schlitz recipes, and they just put it out under them.
Well, it's happening a lot, though. It's not just...
Oh, yeah. Totally.
All the microbreweries are being bought out by the big guys.
Yeah, 100%.
I personally say as long as they don't change the recipe, it's a good thing because it's just more available. I get it's nice and quiche to like keep them independent and small, but honestly, I don't like paying $8.95 for a beer. So I prefer when the big guys buy it because then it brings the price back down to a $3
for sure. I will mention this though, and like one thing the city of Milwaukee has done that I think is like very respectable, especially when it comes to Pabst. The old Pabst brewery in Milwaukee has been turned into like, developments and all this shit. But they've kept a bunch of the old buildings, including a hotel and a bar, which have like one of the hotel, for example, when you walk into the and I don't remember the name of it, but it's in the Pabst neighborhood where the brewery was. And you go in, it's the same building. They have the ceiling of it is one of the old fucking, what am I trying to say? Not stills, but you know what I'm saying? Where all the matches come in, the fucking brew kettles. Like it's the entire ceiling is one of those things. And it's the original from Pabst. You can, and they got all this old Pabst lore in there from like back in the day when, the union workers were working there in the 1960s. Miller, the Miller just, obviously Miller is still there and they do all their shit. I mean, yeah, it's great, man. I mean, my earliest memories of
microbreweries are fun to visit. Comparison to distilleries, you go to a distillery, there's too much heritage. It's kind of boring. The microbreweries, when you do microbrewery tours, they don't take themselves so seriously. They're like, they just get you fucking wrecked. They're like, okay, here's a 5-minute tour. All right, everybody, we know why you're here. You just want to drink and eat. So there you go.
Exactly.
And they always got a good restaurant. They always got good restaurants in a brewery. They never have good restaurants in a distillery. They don't have restaurants in a distillery. You have to leave the distillery and go somewhere else to eat. Breweries always got a restaurant in it. So
and Pabst has definitely got one. Yeah, you should definitely tip me off when you go there, man. I'll love to just like follow your shit there.
Well, if you want to come meet me, Jason Coates is supposed to meet me up there, and a few other guys.
Man, my whole team is in Milwaukee, man.
There's a lot of dudes up in the Midwest, like North Dakota and everything like that I've talked to that want to meet me when I get up there. So,
let me know because that'll be a good reason for me to go visit my mother.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna just swing by. Okay, I gotta go.
Well, my wife is gonna be with me, but she's not gonna. My wife is not a party person, so what she'll do is she's gonna ride with me during the day. We're gonna go look at the sites and things, and then at night she's gonna go back to the hotel, and I'm gonna go get drunk. So that's what I told her.
There you go. I mean, you know, getting drunk is exactly what you do in Milwaukee.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she understands. I told her, if you want to come on this trip, you're gonna have to understand. I'm there to get drunk every night.
There's a great map. I'll send it to you offline. There's a great map of the United States where it like maps out the ratio of grocery stores to bars.
Yeah.
And everywhere in the United States is basically more grocery stores to bars by county, except for pretty much most of the state of Wisconsin and a little bit of Minnesota, which is like a totally different color. And you'll notice that the minute you go into Milwaukee, I mean, even though it's not the industrial town it was, 20, 30 years ago, the corner bar culture, the beer culture just in general is very much thriving there. Again, it has the biggest music festival in the world every year. I highly recommend you checking it out.
You guys are really lucky right now in the States. You figured, you're at the point, enough people have been vaccinated that you're just like, it's time to fucking get back to living life. And it's really, I wish my country was thinking the same way. We're still under lock and key, and nothing's fucking open. And even my province is even worse. We got curfew at 9:30, so we got to be home at 9:30 at night. We're not allowed outside of our. We're like literally prisoners in our home still. Even though it's gone down like crazy, the vaccine is pretty much now they vaccinated. I think it's close to 25% of the population in Quebec now are vaccinated. And you can't only just look at the vaccinated. You also got to look at the people that have been infected. So 25% of the population has been vaccinated, and then you got another 10% that have been infected. So they're essentially immune as well because of the fact that they've already had it. So, it's like 35% of the population. And then you got this idiot group of old people that don't want to get fucking vaccinated. And they're the whole reason why we're stuck indoors. And I'm like, I was feeling bad and shit, but now I'm just pissed. When I hear that something like 32% of old people don't want to get vaccinated because they're afraid, I'm like, well, now I want out. All right. Now I'm fed up. Because the whole reason why I was cool with staying in so you wouldn't die, but now you don't even want to get vaccinated. So fuck you. I don't care about your life anymore. I want out of my house. I don't want to go to a bar. And if you die, Grandpa, that's your own fucking fault for not getting vaccinated. All right.
I feel you, man. And I mean, it really depends where you are in the country. Like here in the U.S., like in Philly, where I am, like things are still pretty tight. It's slowly opening up. Like I will commend the city of Philadelphia for being they were out ahead of things, and they were also they've rolled it out pretty well. I know that hasn't been the experience for a lot of other places in the country, but it's been it's been by and large like a solid rollout. I'm eagerly waiting to just we're in like a 20
just for people in the audience to understand, I'm not a monster. I really care about old people. But then you got, what are you going to say about a group of 35% of them are saying they refuse to get vaccinated, and we're stuck in our homes because of it. That's not cool. I'm sorry. We're putting up our life for you guys. The least you can do is go get fucking vaccinated. All right.
This is true.
Yeah. You're the reason why I can't leave. Seriously. Yeah. All
right. I mean, I'm glad you could join, Swami. Unfortunately, I got to sign off. It is a school night. But you folks keep an eye out. Swami and I had a little chat earlier. We're going to, if not next Friday, very soon, going to be scheduling a little rum night. And we'll be able to hear his very fucking deep knowledge on rum. And we're going to taste a bunch of rums. It's going to be rad.
The Foursquare people would disagree with you on my knowledge of rum. They don't.
Well, maybe that's true, and I mean, I don't know how you.
Again, I like Foursquare. That's live.
Hitting on Foursquare seems like.
But now you've gotten to try what I told you. You got to try a single cast, so you understand what I was talking about.
No, I have. Yeah. And this will be a good. Rumble for when we do that show.
It's just saying that Foursquare isn't the all-time of quality when it comes to rum. There are other rums out there that are great, just as good quality. But the whiskey community makes it sound like Foursquare is like the only good rum out there, and everything else is
rich. But if you're into Springbank, try Hamden. You want something funky? Try Hamden. But yeah, there's going to be a rum show between Swami and I coming up at some point in time soon, and I look forward to doing that, man. I'm sorry to cut us off short, but yeah, I do got to get myself together and get on manner mode here tonight. But appreciate everybody. Give us a thumbs up. Keep an eye out. That'll make sure you get notifications.
Yeah, subscribe to Malt Muser. I don't understand what's the deal with this guy's channel. Like him and Antonio from Whiskey Quest. Both these. Whiskey Quest just did his 1,000th subscriber. Thankfully.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm very. But you deserve it too. Like I don't get why people are so slow at subscribing to you.
It is what it is, man. I maybe I don't try hard enough. I don't know.
It's because you look because you're like the 5'5" version of the brawny guy on the.
I'm actually 6'4".
Yeah, you wish you were 6'4".
I mean, this is really.
Yeah.
I mean, it's why you always wear a hat, homie. Yeah. Love you, man. All right, buddy. Stay punk rock. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about wine.
We're going to be doing a rum show soon, and we'll make sure to let everybody know about that. Cheers, everyone. Stay safe. Be well.